with DivaSpeaks Relationships. My name is AnGala Portorreal, and of course, we have another question that has been posed in the inbox. So guys, let's just get into it. It's very short and sweet, but worthy of a conversation. Let's get into it. Okay. So the question was asked, are you ready for this? Wait for it. How long does it take for home wreckers to move on after the big discard? What a good question, right? Okay, so again, the question was posed, how long does it take for home wreckers to move on after the big discard? Okay, so that question was posed in the inbox. So let's talk about it for a second, okay? So me just going out on a limb, I'm going to assume, okay, this is a woman, okay? And it's fair to say that your significant other or your spouse was involved in an affair. They had someone on the side, and somewhere along the way, you discovered or they confessed to an affair. They confessed to stepping out on you. So it ends with that relationship ending, them wanting to stay with you, or the two of you have decided to stay together, but the affair partner has been living rent-free in your head. Again, the question is, how long does it take for home wreckers to move on after the big discard? So again, I'm going to assume and go out on a limb, and you're asking, how long does it take that woman to move on from your husband or your man after your man has discarded her? This woman is living rent-free in your head, and it's unfortunate that you only look at her and give her the label of homewrecker, when the homewrecker award goes to your man. Honey, why this woman is living rent-free in your head, I don't know. But if he chose to stay with you, then I would think that your focus should be on rebuilding your relationship with your. It is my humble opinion that your priorities are not in the right place. You see, that woman could not have interfered in your relationship. She could not have been with your man or your husband if he wasn't complicit, if he had not allowed it, if he had not participated in the affair. That woman was allowed to lay up with your man because your man allowed it to happen. He wanted it to. So he's the home wrecker. So you need to be having these conversations with your man. How long will it take him to move on from that woman? Because just because he told you he ended it with that woman doesn't necessarily mean he stopped caring about that woman, stopped loving that woman, or has made a decision to never commit the act of infidelity while in a relationship with you again. The mistake that you're making is you have decided to stay in a relationship and or a marriage with a cheater. And now this man has single-handedly placed another woman inside of your relationship, and you've become very insecure. And any woman in your shoes understands why you're feeling this way, because your man has been unfaithful. Your man has not remained committed to you. And now you've got this woman that he was laying up with now living rent-free in your head. You've given her the title of homewrecker when he deserves that title and that award. Why aren't you having conversations with him about why he decided to get into a relationship with another person, to sleep with another woman behind your back, to wreck your home? You see, even if that woman goes on, about her business and about her, her life, and moves on with her life, she's still a threat to you because you're still thinking about her, and you shouldn't be. And this is not to make you the villain. It's just me trying to help you see that your man is the home wrecker. And until he fixes what is wrong within him, then it's going to repeat itself. Once a cheater, if he doesn't fix it, if he doesn't allow himself to sit down somewhere and find out why he keeps giving in to temptation, why he has no self-control, you will find yourself repeating the same situation again, heartbroken again, insecure again, having another woman living rent-free in your head again. Does that make sense? Let me read the question that was posed once again. I think I want to make a point. Again, the question is, how long does it take for a home wrecker, okay, to move on after the big discard? Okay, so listen. If the only way you're going to ever feel secure again in your marriage or your relationship is if you know for sure that the person your spouse or your significant other was creeping with has moved on to someone else, you don't have much of a relationship. If that's the only way that you're ever going to feel secure, if that's the only way you're going to feel like you can trust your partner, your spouse again, is if the other person that they was messing around with, they was cheating and creeping with, if that person has moved on with their life, then you are in serious trouble in that relationship, because that means that at any moment that that person decides that they want to rekindle the illicit affair with your man, then they absolutely will do so, because your partner does not know how to honor commitment. Your partner has no self-control. Your partner will go back and lay up with that person. You cannot give anyone that much control over your life and your self-esteem and your confidence, and allowing some person to come in and destabilize your relationship. I mean, you really need to have a sit down with yourself, get some counseling, because your focus is in the wrong place. Don't worry about that woman, worry about your man. And I'm so pro relationship, I'm so pro marriage, but I understand that sometimes, you can get it wrong, and you can be thrown off your game, your A game, because something has happened traumatic in the relationship, and now you don't know which way is up, and you got everything twisted and confused. You need to find out how long it's going to take your man, okay, to move on after being with somebody else. You need to find out if he's moved on. That's what you need to find out. I mean, and if you can't really trust this guy after he's cheated on you, why the hell are you with him? You deserve better than that. You don't deserve to be laid up at night worrying about who he with, if he's still thinking about her, if he's comparing your sex to hers, because it happens. If she's prettier, if she's this, if she's that. You see what he's done to you? Do you see with this man? Or this one more thing. The question was posed, the latter part of the question is after the big discard. Okay, discard. It seems that there's a lot of pride packed into that. Discard, the big discard. Let me tell you something. That person lied to you once and will lie to you again. And why are you so confident that this person that they was messing around with has truly been discarded? I think that you really don't believe that this person has been discarded, because you are so worried about the woman that got discarded versus your man who should have never gotten in an illicit affair with somebody else behind your back to begin with. How long will it take your partner, your man, to move on from that woman that he now has a soul tie with? How long will it take him to move on from her? That's what you need to be focused on. He told you one thing, but is he doing another? You know, just like you thought at one point that this person was being faithful to you, right? And then you discovered at some point in time that he wasn't. You discovered that there was another woman, and you labeled this woman a home wrecker. She participated in the home wrecking, but she's not the home wrecker. However, he lied to you once. He could be lying to you now. And again, if the only way you're ever going to feel secure in a relationship with this man is if the woman that he was messing around with has found herself another and she don't want your man, she has absolute control over your relationship and your man. That cannot be what you want in a relationship, is to feel secure only if the other woman has moved on with her life after the big discard. Your man got you in this situation, and your man should be helping you or assisting you with rebuilding the relationship. The focus shouldn't be on her. It should be on him and his shortcomings. It should be on him and his issues with commitment and lying and cheating and integrity. His integrity is not intact, okay? And you, my good friend, if this continues, you need to go and find out what is it about you that wants to stay connected to someone who remains unfaithful and not honor the commitment that the two of you made to one another. There shouldn't ever be any discard, because there shouldn't ever be any infidelity, but it has happened in your relationship. My heart goes out to you. But I need you to figure out what you need to do for yourself in this moment. So if you're just now tuning in on My Way Out, the question was posed, how long does it take for a home wrecker, to move on after the big discard? This person is focused on the affair partner, on the side chick versus the person that she's in a relationship with. And I've communicated during this Talk That Talk edition that if the only way you're ever going to feel secure in your relationship moving forward is if the home wrecker, meaning the other woman in this instance that she's talking about, is if she moves on, then that woman is, number one, living rent-free in your head. Number two, has absolute control and power in your relationship. And three, can take your man at any moment in time, anytime she gets ready. You're giving her too much power, and you are placing the blame on the woman versus the person that you are in that relationship with. Yes, I am pro-relationship. Yes, I am pro-marriage. I don't support side chick, mistress, side dude, side boo culture, but sometimes you got to call it out for what it absolutely is. Stop blaming that other person and start looking at the person that you are choosing to be in a relationship with. If monogamy was a part of the deal when the two of you got together and that person failed to honor the terms and the conditions of the contract that the two of you set in place, then you need to cancel the contract, okay? You need to say you had one chance to get it right, and you done went out here and slept with somebody behind my back and started a whole nother relationship with another person while the two of us were together. You have violated the terms of our agreement, so you got to go. But don't punish the other person. That person who your person was sleeping with owes you absolutely nothing at all. You need to hold that person that you're laying up with, that you're supposed to be in a relationship with, accountable. Make them accountable. And if you can't stand, as the kids say, on business, then shut up and let them cheat in peace. If you're not going to do anything, if there are no consequences behind that person's actions, then shut up and let them cheat in peace, because you ain't going nowhere. You're not going to do nothing but blame the person that they were with. And if that person does not have it within them to be faithful to you, okay, to have respect for you, respect for your relationship, respect for the covenant or whatever type of relationship you have, then guess what? That's your problem. That person is your problem, and you are part of the problem because you are accepting less than you should be, and you are accepting some BS, and you want to blame everybody else but the person that you're laying up with, which is your man, which is the one that cheated on you. Get it? Hear me out. you seem to be worried about and putting a lot of energy into your man and worried about the woman he was laying up with behind your back. You're worried, and that's understandable. There's no shame in that. Anybody who has ever been in your shoes with being cheated on, then get it, totally get it. But let me tell you this. That man that cheated on you should be worried about losing you right about now. Why isn't he writing somebody or confiding in somebody and talking to somebody about how to fix that relationship with you? Why isn't he, losing sleep, not eating, upset that he's about to lose the best thing that ever happened to him? Why are you the one struggling to move on and worried about that woman that he was laying up with behind your back? He should be the one in distress right about now, not you, because he is the offender in this situation. He is the cheater in this situation. But no, here you are worried about losing this man. You worried because you worried about that other woman. You're trying to figure out, after your man has discarded the side chick, how long it's going to take her to move on. He needs to be worried about how long will it take you to move on from his indiscretion, not the other way around. See, you got it all twisted in more ways than one. You're worried about her, okay? She's living rent-free in your head. You're worried about this and that when he should be worried about you. That man should be sitting up praying that you are able to move past this and doing everything he can to salvage the relationship. You need to put the onus back on him. Okay, you need to relax a little. You need to find your value. You need to know that you deserve better than a person that has no integrity and is a cheater and brought another woman into the relationship and now got you sitting up worried and thinking about things that you shouldn't be. So I ask you in this moment to find it within yourself, to love yourself enough to look in the mirror and say, I deserve better. And if I don't get better, I'm gone. Okay? You do deserve value. To be valued is what I'm trying to say. And love yourself. The best way to show a person how to love you is to love yourself. I'll say that again. The best way to show a person how to properly love you is to love yourself. Lead by example on that one. Lead by example, please.